Okay, so I'm gonna finish this up, and remember there are some of the topics I skipped to take care of. The Yum repository. Okay, this is which one is it? Here, Yum.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. There's a lot of static.
Okay, so in the last class I explained you what Yum is.
Okay.
Yum is like you go onto the website outside and then install any package. For example, if you want to install Firefox, which is a browser, a lot of static. Okay, hold on.
I think it's gone now, but when you first started, it was really bad, but it's okay now.
Hello?
Yes, it's gone now.
Okay, sorry about that. I had a call. Um, can you hear me now better?
Yeah. Yes, much better.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, so first thing first, the class is gonna end. I mean, if we not end up not covering some of these stuffs here, don't worry about it because these are how the instruction is. You don't have to remember any of these on top of your head. Okay. Most of the time when you go in there, there is an internal process. During the interview, all you have to say is like, just give them an answer. The important thing is the most things they would I ask you from that questions I gave you. Okay, So the last class is gonna be on uh, Saturday. So yeah, we'll have classes 6th and 7th, and last class will be on 7th. Okay. All right. So today I put in the meeting number for next 2 weeks. I'm gonna remove everybody from that group. If you need anything, just side chat me, okay? And then keep that meeting number handy so that you could log in next 2 weeks. Any questions? Okay, let's move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how these things work here. Last time I used this thing to copy the blank, the entire content of the CD to this host here, okay? So dffnh. And then since the size of the CD is bigger than the size of the hard drive, we have to create the external attached drive and then copy that there. So the reason I did this is so that it could copy conveniently here. If you go in here and if you go into settings and you go into storage, this is an extra hard drive. Okay, because this size is not enough. So let's follow along this and see if we are able to set this up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do ping google.com. So this is not connected to the outside world, okay? So it's an internal system. So why is it internal system? Because I set this up that way. Most company you just cannot go in there and then plug in any computer and then it will be working on the network. It doesn't work. I changed the network settings here. It's a host only adapter. It's working within the host, and there is no connection to the outside world here. So this is how the situation is. If you want to download something like install install Firefox, last time we were able to conveniently download it because it was connecting to the server which is on the internet. Okay, so for what the most companies do is to stop that from people downloading anything from internet, they have maintained an internal server so that that one is well maintained and managed, and that's where how they're gonna install it, and it's tightly managed. Let's go ahead and do this. So let me go in here and then let me go in to this folder. Okay, you see this? This is the CD I copied. Okay, this is the CD. Which one is this? What? Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, this is the CD I copied in here, right? Do you see that one in here? Where did it go? Give me 1 second here. Okay, I may have copied in here, so let me go there and take a look. No, I didn't copy there. Boot BFF. Oh, okay. This is the folder I copied to CentOS. Okay, it's not there either. You know what happened? Uh, can somebody tell me what is happening here? Because we have only SDA here. We made SDB, so our CentOS is not mounted. So mount SDA SDB to slash CentOS SDB. Okay, there you go. It's there, but it wasn't mounted. Did you guys get the idea what happened? Okay, don't worry about this. So let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna follow along everything here and see how things are gonna play out. Let me make it bigger. So very first thing is we copied the blank CD. So we copied the entire CD to this system here. Now it's telling us to do the mount. So we're gonna mount it to the MNT folder. MNT folder is already built in. It's a built-in folder, so we don't have to worry about it too much. So how do you know it's a built-in folder? Uh, what you could do is you could do cd slash mnt and it's already there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this command mount hyphen 0 this is not 0 loop, and then it's going to copy this cd in here. So make sure the cd and all this is matching. Even though it looks as if it's matching, make sure you copy and paste it there and then hit enter. So what's going to happen is going to start is going to start copying or unzipping this cd into this mnt folder. Okay, let's see how it's going to do. Okay, so this is blank, right? So the moment I start hitting and it still start copying in here. Okay, so we could check. Okay, let's see. What's the second one? Okay, let's see here. CD. Okay, so it can it was in this folder here. So because it's not, you have to get out of it, and then you could go back in there again. Then you could see it. So what it did was it unpacked this. So in here, Windows, it unpacked this so many items here, 16. So let's see here, ls-l. So it unpacks so many items. So what is the next thing is going to do is you have to change it to this folder. We are on item number 5 here, the line number 5. So it's telling us to cd/etc slash yum dot repos.d. This is already a built-in drive, a built-in folder. So it's telling us it has some files in here, and it's telling us to remove all files, rm-rf and asterisk. So all files are gone from there. Now it's doing here, it's telling us to put the create this file here, and then in that we have to put this information here. Okay, and then it's telling us copy all this information here exactly the way it is, but you're just gonna have to um, you're just gonna have to change the IP address. In here you see the IP address, right? You're just gonna have to change it. So how we gonna change the IP address? Let's see here. So you're gonna put in the IP address of this own system here, its own IP address. So make sure you do ifconfig and then do that. Okay, looks good to me. And let's go ahead and save and exit. Okay, so we are done with we are uh, we are done with item number 9. So what we're going to do is it's telling us to make the directory. So I'm going to go ahead and make the directory here. What we could do is we could go in here in this directory. Some of them is already made, pre-made. So go into cd. I'm on number 9. cd/var/ww/html, and we'll see there is nothing in there. So it's telling us to uh, make the directory. We are on number 9. So HTML exists, but CentOS 6 doesn't exist, right? So when I'm using this command here, what kind of path I used? What kind of path I used? So this path I used is a absolute, because I'm starting from root, then var, then this. If I have just put in here something like this, mkdir, and something like this, then I'm creating a path using a relative path. So we already created the folder name CentOS. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're copying the entire content of this file into the mnt folder, and then we are putting this into this to this web-based folder, which is going to show all this content to the other computers. Okay, so what we're doing is we're running a cp command, which is copying it, copying it. R means recursively means everything. Copy everything from this folder, and then asterisk in this folder, go into this folder, anything which is in this folder. When you put asterisk, that means everything, and copy it to this folder here. Okay, so over here, let's see here if you could go to cd/var/html slash. Okay, there is nothing in here, right? So I'm gonna hit enter, and then it's gonna take a few minutes to copy it. So I'm gonna continue, hit ls, so it's copying it. So far it has copied only these many packages. You could see it's increasing in the size here. Let's go into the folder package. That's where most of the things are in there. ls-l. See, it's increasing in size. So it has 421 in there so far. 460. 681. Still copying. Oh man. Okay, it's okay. So here it just couldn't copy everything and just left out few of them, but it had copied about about so close to 3,000 packages are there. So these are all the packages. These are all the packages that the system is dependent on. It may or may not be installed. So let's go ahead and minimize this here. And then let me clear the screen. And then now it's telling me to take, it takes few minutes to copy. Now what we're doing is we are starting the HTTPD service so that we could view this in the browser. We could view this in the browser. Okay, it started the HTTPD service. And then what it's telling us to do, disable the IP tables. Okay, let's run that. And then let's go ahead and type this in the browser and see if it's going to work. All right, you have to copy this. We copied this, and then we're going to put this in the browser. And then slash, it's telling to, we are going into the folder name. Uh, so this is the folder is going to, we copied everything into. So this is the folder name you have to type in there. And then let's see if it's going to work. Okay, so what you're gonna have to do here is, since this is not showing on your computer because there's a difference between Windows and there's a difference between Windows and uh, Linux, because this is not connected to the outside world. So you have to go and edit. Uh, you have to go and edit the file. Which file? The host file. So how are you gonna do this? Give me 1 second. C:, Windows System 32. Uh, Now what you have to do is you have to Google it. So you have to, I'm looking where the location of this host file is. So this is, says is in drivers. Okay, it's in drivers folder. And then it's in etc folder. And then you see the file name hosts. Okay, this is the file you have to edit. Open, edit, open with notepad. And then down on the bottom, you have to type in the IP address. You have to type in this IP address. We'll see if it's going to work. And then go ahead and copy and put this in here too. And then file, save. It has saved itself, and then let's try it. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this uh, step here, but we're gonna continue on. It says on another computer into the Yum server information. Okay, so we have this Yum server information, right? So we're gonna go in there into the new system, and then we're gonna put all this information in there, and we'll see if it's gonna work or not. Okay, so I'm gonna turn one of the other server on. We know, okay, let me make sure it's not connected to the outside world. Network. See, this is set to host only, okay? And it is not connected to the outside world. So this is what we wanted. Let's go ahead and try it. So the other system is 103. Okay, so this is the one system. This is another system. How do you know this is a different system? You type if config, and you see a different number here. This is 101 and it's 103. And then if you type ping google.com, you can't do all that. So what it's telling us here is, and then so we have done this, and so this part is not working because it's a difference between the host and difference between the host, as well as the difference between the Linux system and a Windows system. But we are on to the instruction number 20. So let's go ahead and do that. So cd slash etc, then yum dot repos dot d. This is already there. So it says that delete all the files from this directory. So what I'm gonna do is rm hyphen rf asterisk. So everything is gone. It's telling me to create and then create this file here. Okay, so what it's essentially telling is create this file, and then I'm going to copy all the content from the other place. So I'm going to go into the same folder cd/etc. I'm going into the same folder here, cd/etc/yum repos.d. And there is a file in there, right? So vi yum. Oh no. Okay, so I'm going to copy exact information. I'm going to copy exactly like here and then paste it in here. Okay, this is what it wants. Base URL. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake here. It's base URL. Base URL. All right, let's go here and refresh it and see if it's going to work now. Oh, it says write protected. So it didn't save yet. Okay, please enter or type the command. What is happening here is write error in the swap file. Okay, so what I have to do is I may have to restart the system now. Mm, let's see here. I'm just restarting for so that it clears up some errors I'm getting here. Okay, don't worry about this too much. Uh, I was expecting restart, but I type in shutdown. So you got to be careful what you're doing. So let me turn it back on. Okay, I'm gonna go back into that folder again. This folder, cd/etc/yum dot repos dot d, and there is a folder in here that I'm gonna edit. See, I didn't get that error message. Okay, I am making a correction here, and let me copy this. So I save and exit. Let's take a look here. Hopefully it should work. Oh no, it won't work because we have to disable the service httpd start. So we are starting the httpd service, and then we're going to disable the IP tables, which is number 16. Okay, let's take a look here, and it's working. Did you know what is all this here? These are all the content of the folder. What folder is it? You go into cd, this folder here, cd var www html CentOS, and this is the same exact content you have here, and it's being displayed on the company's network here. All right, so it's working so far. Great. And now okay, let me close this. I don't need that. And then this is another host, right? So we're gonna go back in here, and then base URL, and all this looks good here. Okay, now we have completed up until number 23. Okay, and then it's telling us to, okay, so yeah, I did this too. We did this. And then it's telling us to run the command yum clean all. Okay, you could do that, yum clean all. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna reclaim the space. All right, it did that, and this is clean up any cache and a yum list. Now, if you type yum list, bus error, yum list all. Okay, let's do it here. Yum list all. One 192.168.56 CentOS error, request URL returned error, ping 192. So it's pinging all right, and I'm not sure what the error is. In the browser. HTTPD base URL repo GPT. Okay, looks good. So let me close this. I'm going to open a duplicate session. The above article doesn't help to resolve error. Repo is missing. Naming the configuration using ID. So what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to go through and read all these packages here. Okay, it's working in the browser. We may be. Let me just type this here. Clean. Okay, now let me type list. Okay, it says CentOS report data error. CentOS 6. CentOS 6. Oh, it's getting stuck here. So I'm going to go into that folder and take a look here. etc yum.repos.d, and I'm going to do ls. I'm going to do vi yum repo, and it says CentOS 6, and all this looks good to me, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and verify the name of that folder. Okay, I think the name of the folder is a problem. So where do I gonna go? I'm gonna go to cd space var www.html, and then the name of the folder is CentOS62. Okay, let's just type this. No, right? It's not gonna work. Uh, okay, now let's check the IP config. 192.168.56.101. All is working. Anybody has any bright ideas? Let me run this command again. Okay, yeah, let me run this command on this side here too. I'm not sure if I need to, but let's go ahead and do that. Service IP table. Oh, you have to stop. I forgot to run this command. All right, let's run this. No. So let me run all this again one more time. Service HTTPD start, and then configure IP tables. This is not a command. So service IP table stop. and then we're gonna disable this. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and run this again on this side here, see if it's going to make any change. Okay, it stopped. And then service IP table stop. We stopped it, and then chconfig IP tables off. Okay, then let's do yum list. Still doesn't work. Uh, 192.168.56.101. It's working. It's working fine here. Let me just restart this one time. And then in here, let me get out of this, then type yum list. Cannot retrieve repository loading mirror speeds from cache. Okay, you know what? I think the memory is okay. The memory is enough, and the swap is enough. So what we're gonna do is dff-h, and this is where probably the problem is. The entire this is already been used here, so there is not enough information here to maneuver around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see um, if I could increase the size of the C drive itself. So I'm going to shut it down, and then I'm going to go in here, and then this is going to go off soon. I'm going to go into the settings. I'm going to go into storage, and then here, what can I do with this? Mm, See, what's happening is the size. I think it doesn't have enough resources for it to maneuver around. Give me a few minutes. I need to make a call here. Yeah. Guys, I'm still here. Give me 2 more minutes. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back here. So let's see here. So what I'm gonna do is maybe I'll change the location where this is copied here. Okay. So I'm gonna remove it from here. I'm gonna remove it from this folder, and then I'm gonna put it on somewhere on this folder here. Okay. Uh, Mount. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is uh, huh, it may not be working. So let me think. So guys, the problem here is this hard drive is full at capacity, and it's not being able to give out the information when it's trying to do it. So you could run yum list, and what it's doing is loading mirror array speed from cached host file. So it's not caching it. So it's not cannot repository metadata. So let's do it. Let me Google it and see what's gonna tell us as a solution. Cannot retrieve. So you just have to like, if you are having a problem, you run into issues, you just have to Google it, okay? You will get all the information you need. Install configure cmt configure yum and yum.config. Okay. So it's telling to yum configure use through ISA proxy. So it's telling us to add a line in here. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. Okay. All right. Let me add the line in here and let me save and exit. Then it's telling me to do the VI bash profile. So let me go ahead and copy that. And then let me paste this here. And then it's telling me to add line this here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then let's see here, host name. Okay. All right, we may have to do it the same thing on this one too. Save and exit, and then go ahead and go do the same thing. CD. Okay, let's do yum list now. Loading. You know, the entire problem here is it's happening with this host here. So let me go ahead and init 0. So settings, storage. I want to see if I could increase the size here. Size is only 8 gig and it's all being used. So problem here is it's we have a problem um, with the hard drive here. The size is 8 GB, supposed to be more, but it's not working. Mm, what can I do here? Let's see. Create a new hard drive. Choose hard. I hope I could just extend the size of the hard drive, and you just can't do it. Mm, let me see what else I could do. System, processor, hard disk, base memory, advanced Just disable old disk. Okay, so the problem is that the size of the hard drive is small. I didn't expect it to give me such a big problem, but it is giving a problem. So let me see if I could delete something. Mm, let me try deleting some files from there and then see it will work. Okay, give me 1 minute. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, let me start this. So mm, okay, I deleted a bunch of them now. So let's see if it's gonna work. Nope. So not okay. Yeah, it's not working right. I have to re-enable all this. All right, let me run this again here on this side. So this is start. Okay, the size is small now. Yes, see. No, it's not working still. See, I reduced the size from 100 to 58, but it's still not working. So, but anyway, there is one little problem that is causing all this here. But most of the things what we have done is it's been configured here. Maybe let me run. Uh, let me try installing Firefox. Yum install repo is missing name in configuration file using ID. Repo. Uh, all right, guys, it's not working. So, but anyway, we had came along about up until here. We could at least display in the browser that all this thing is working. Maybe there may be one little thing that is holding this up. So, but don't worry about this. When you go on to the jobs, they will have all this documented, and you'll be doing this day in and day out. That way, you don't have to worry about it too much because you'll be working with not just one person or you're alone. You're going to be working with a lot of people together. That way, you will resolve the problems. Okay. All right. So let's see here. I'm gonna show you. I covered almost everything here. There's Nagios in here. Don't worry about this. And NFS, I'm going to cover it next time. Pixie and RPM. I'm covering Yum now. And then what is this here? Zip. Okay, I think I went through all this here, how to zip the file and all that here. So you just have to follow these commands and it will help you with this zipping and unzipping in Linux here. So the only other things which are pending here is RPM, Pixie server, and NFS. Nagios, don't worry about this. And Linux setup, don't worry about this. Other than that, I think we covered everything here. If you see something is not working, let me know. Okay, so for today, I'm going to end the class here. I'm moving, so then tomorrow we're going to cover from 11 to 1 p.m. your time. Okay. Any questions? You guys are still there, right? Okay.
Yes, still here. No questions. Thank you.
All right. So I'm gonna end now, and then today, tomorrow, hopefully, we'll work on it better and see if it's gonna go. But I'm gonna remove you all from the WhatsApp list, and then keep. I put that in the WhatsApp group, the meeting number and all, and then the class is definitely gonna end here. April 7 would be last class, and the new class would be in the next week. So, all right. And if no questions, then I'm gonna end the class here now. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.